46 million Americans are staggering under the weight of $1.75 trillion in student debt. Only mortgages account for more debt for the average family. Former Ohio Attorney General Richard Cordray is the chief operating officer for the federal student loan program. I talked to him about debt relief and the rumored Biden plan to forgive $10,000 worth of debt for each individual borrower. President Biden is under pressure from progressives who want sweeping debt cancellation and Republicans who say that will exacerbate inflation and cost taxpayers.
Inevitably, you'll get pushback, not just from Republicans, but from people who say, you took out a loan, you should pay back that loan. Why should we help you with any kind of a loan forgiveness program? How do you answer those critics?
Well, I generally agree with the point that you take out a loan, you pay it back. That's the promise you make. On the other hand, there's a variety of issues,
including a promise made by Congress in 2007 for loan forgiveness for anyone who works for 10 years in public service for the government or a nonprofit.
14 years later, there were only about 6,500 people across the country who achieved total loan forgiveness through that program.
Cordray says in the past year, his office cut through the red tape, and 120,000 public servants saw total loan forgiveness. 1 million more are in the pipeline.
We also know, though, that student debt for everyone carries with it sometimes interest rates that are unreasonable.
Well, I think that is a problem. And of course, Congress sets the interest rates, and they have tried to set them in a way that protects the federal government, but therefore they are generally fairly high.
So perhaps the greatest source of relief will come through revisions to the so-called income-driven repayment plan that Cordray says is being streamlined and expanded.
You can qualify for an income-driven repayment, which is calibrated to how much you actually make, so that it's realistic for you.
And Cordray says what you should think about as a family before you take out these loans, realistically, what do you think you'll be able to afford to pay back?
Yeah, but there are so many people on fixed incomes.
Right, who don't really have a choice if they want to get a higher education.